Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Zalparina Wajna and I will be the moderator for our presentation today. And my friend,
Saya Pramgita.
before we begin, I would like to thank our lecturer, Ma'am Sri Endang Konita SAMSE, as the lecturer of regional economics, who has given us the opportunity to hold this presentation session. Our presentation topic today is individual location decision. The first material will be presented by Sophie.
Okay, the first material will be by me, Salpai Pramgita. Level of analyze and location units. Micro versus macro level. Micro focus on individual units such as household, shop, factories. Macro analyze larger entities such as neighborhoods, cities, and regions. Microanalyze at the micro level. Location analyze focus on individual entities or small units such as household, shop, or factories. The main focus in on how and where these small units are located and how this location arrangement can affect their opportunities or eventually. Macroanalyze, on the other hand, involves large area or sector, such as neighborhoods or cities, or often entry regions. And this level, location consideration, concern and entry area or large group. Macroanalyze influence development policy and urban or region planning. Such as the setting of industrial parks, urban transportation planning, or the development of residential area. Macroanalyze helps government or policy markers understand economic distribution and develop sustainable development strategies. Selanjutnya ada location units. Units area classified by type residential, business, and public. Some units are self-contained. Hierarchy within location units. Sektor, industri, company, factor, or branch, department. Unit-unit lokasi diklasifikasikan berdasarkan jenis atau fungsi mereka, seperti residensial, rumah tangga, bisnis atau kantor pabrik atau toko, dan publik atau fasilitas umum seperti sekolah atau rumah sakit. Selain itu, unit ini juga diklasifikasikan berdasarkan otonomi atau kemampuan mereka untuk menentukan lokasinya sendiri. Selanjutnya ada residential unit. Residential units ada individual atau living alone, independent adults, group households atau couples, families with children, development elderly. Dan institutional housing atau military religious institution. Types of residential units are not limited to just individual but also include different types of group living arrangement. These include couples or families living together, group or dependent elderly, or people living in institutional housing. Next, forms location markers. From is the unit that marks location related location. Establishment is the unit that is location. For example, factory, store, branch, workers, dan lain-lain. Establishment business location units. Most establishments are the only location opportunity by the company. Generally, this unit has a specific location. The firm assess unit tanks make strategy. The location regarding business location is location considered factors such as opportunitional cost, market accessibility, proximity to supplier, and potential consumer rights. These location decisions are often made by the company central management who understand its long-term vision and mission. Selanjutnya ada establishment, yaitu will the firm is the main decision maker. The establishment is the unit that is actually located in particular place. Example of Establishment includes factories, store, bank, barns, warehouses, or back office that are placed in a specific location to perform the operational function of the business. Selanjutnya ada objective and procedure for location choice. From location preference, single establishment from consider a good location to be one that is capable of delivering maximum profits in the long run. Location decisions involve moving risk and cost, so they are usually only made at critical junctures, such as when the company is newly established, when capacity expansion is regular, or when there are significant changes in customer, supplier, or transportation costs. Lokasi dipandang baik jika menjamin laba optimal dan stabil dalam jangka panjang karena keputusan lokasi memerlukan komitmen besar. Perusahaan hanya akan mempertimbangkan perpindahan jika ada alasan signifikan seperti perluasan bisnis atau perubahan pada basis pelanggan dan pemasok. Selanjutnya ada factors impeding and supporting location moves. Location moves are rare because companies tend to exhibit inertia. Unless the long-term benefits at the new location outweigh the cost of relocation, while small companies rarely conduct competitive site evaluation. Large companies, such as retail chains or large factories, more regional use significant method to select or set as a sites. Next, objectivitas and procedure for location choice ada similarities with public facilities. Similar principle apply to public facilities, such as bus gauges in city bus system, where seating is focused on reducing opportunity costs. Meanwhile, more complex public facilities, such as clinics or police station, require additional consider regarding the quality and scope of service, as the main objective is not profit but community service. Next ada common ground in the location decision process. Will definition of benefits or costs vary as location units such as a family or business sex the high cost net benefits in choosing a location. Next ada element of anxiety and staff location preference. Anxiety and location change, such as market dependent or transportation costs, differs the tendency to choose safe locations such as establishment, neighbors, or business center. The tendency to choose safe locations such as establishment, neighborhoods, or business center. In the large companies, decision making tends to be stable. A manager priorities revenue stability over profit maximization. Therefore, personal preference often influence location choice, especially in small or neighbors. Selanjutnya ada the role of personal preference in location decision. Personal preference play a greater role in small or single business, while in large corporation, location decisions are really based on the personal consider because the decision makers do not live in the location. Next, location factor. One ada location inputs and output. Fundamental location factor. First ada local input and local output. Local input adalah resources that must be available on site and are difficult to import from elsewhere, such as land, climate, water, air quality, and public service. Next ada local output, products or service that must be marketed or displayed in the sorting area, such as community service, seperti salon dan churches or waste. Waste is often a negative value output with high cost in area with high density or pollution problem. Next ada case example Mahoning River. Industrial heating of water creates thermal pollution or inhibit the use of water for cooling. This shows how a condition can be seen a shortage of input, spark atau cold water, or high cost managing output excess heat. Next ada government role in pollution management. Government should ensure environmental costs are borne by polluting activities. Price of goods should reflect social costs to achieve efficiency and equity, supporting a clean environment. Selanjutnya ada transferable input and outputs. Movable inputs refers to research such as for material, current service, or information that can be moved specific location from the place of production. Location advantages are highly dependent on access to source of supply. Contohnya automobilities as plants and department store require various input that are moved from many sources. Selanjutnya ada movable output, a product produced that can be sold to outside markets. As toward the output in demand affects the seller ability to sell more and get better price. Allocation close to the market can profit significant advantage. Next ada classification of location factor. First, local input. Local input, the supply of non-transferable input at the location in question. Local demand, the sales of non-transferable output at the location in question. Transferred input, the supply of transferred input brought from outside sources to the location in question. Reflection in part the transferable cost from two sources. Outside demand, the sales of transferable output to outside markets, in particular the net recaps from such sellers, reflecting in part the transfer cost to those market. Next ada the relative importance of location factor. First, evaluating of location factor. Often business or government conduct survey to find out which location factors are considered important. They may ask the opinion of people involved in making location decision. Usually, a list of factors such as labor cost, taxes, access to market, and energy costs are given to break in terms of importance. However, this approach has the drawbacks. Next ada quantitative approach. In order to better understand the relative influence of this factor, quantitative methods are used. For example, in an industry such as iron smelting, companies can compare the transportation cost of raw material such as coal and iron ore. In addition, more sophisticated calculations are needed to assess the impact of the factors, such as a comparison between labor cost and energy cost. Other complex including location. Masalah lain yang muncul saat menilai faktor lokasi adalah skala ekonomi. Beberapa lokasi hanya memberikan keuntungan ekonomi jika usaha tersebut beroperasi dalam skala besar. Misalnya, ketersediaan logam bekas di suatu kota kecil. Di suatu kota kecil mungkin cukup untuk operasi kecil, tetapi jika perusahaan ingin beroperasi dalam skala besar, mereka harus mencari lokasi di mana logam bekas tersedia dalam volume besar dengan harga yang stabil. Singkatnya, pemilihan lokasi memerlukan analisis mendalam tentang berbagai faktor yang memengaruhi efisiensi dan biaya operasional bisnis. Setiap keputusan lokasi yang optimal didasarkan pada keseimbangan yang tepat antara penghematan biaya dan manfaat lainnya yang diperoleh dari lokasi tersebut. Next, special patterns of differential advantage in specific location factors. The first, differential patterns in location factors are critical to understanding of different location interact and adapt to specific needs. These patterns show that there is big difference between macro and micro views in determining this relevance of location factors. For example, one macro scale suggests choosing a location between different regions or states. Factors such as labor availability, climate, or taxes become more prominent. However, on a micro scale, such as choosing between two neighbors within a single city, this like land cost, accessibility, or proximity to consumer become more important. Selanjutnya ada macro geographic patterns that involve when choosing between large areas, such as between states or countries, certain factors such as the cost of land may not be very important as there is little variation between this large area. Factors such as climate or labor supply and often of primary concern at the macro level as they can differ greatly between one large area and another. Um, Selanjutnya ada microgeographic scale. Within a single city or neighborhood, things like land prices become very relevant. For example, within a single city block, land price can vary widely. However, things like climate or labor supply may be almost the same across the city. Selanjutnya ada ubiquitous factors, such as are considered ubiquitous because they are available in all locations at the same quality and price. This factor does not affect the choice of location, as there are not significant geographical advantage or disadvantage. An example on the demand side would be business that disrupt their product in a way that does not depend on the location of the consumer, such as a regular mail delivery that does not consider distance. Okay, the next material will be Zalfariana.
Okay, the next material is transfer orientation. In location theory, emphasis is placed on transport costs, especially in the manufacturing industry, which is heavily influenced by this cost compared to other activities. Transfer costs are easier to analyze quantitatively, so this factor is often the basis for the development of theory location. An activity is said to be transfer orientation if the choice of location depends on the differential returns from the supply of movable inputs or the demand for movable outputs. The activity may also be classified as labor-oriented if the location decisions are based on differences in labor costs. In traditional economic theory that does not consider spatial factor, production is seen as a process of transforming inputs into outputs. However, location decisions also include the process of acquiring inputs and distributing output, which can involve transfer across considerable distance. In choosing the optimal location, the total costs include the cost of input transformation, input fusion, and output distribution. Location units that want to minimize cost or maximize profit should consider all these cost components. Next material. The basic assumption in this theory is that transfer costs per ton mile are the same for all goods, so location choice depends on the relative weight of input and output. If there are more than 3 input source or market, the spatial pattern of the source point and market will influence the location selection. If one source or market has a dominant ideal weight, orientation and location choice can be determined. Input orientation activity are usually located near source of raw materials, while output-oriented ones are located near market. Underweight production process, where input materials are partially eliminated in production, prefer location near the source of material to reduce the weight before the transfer begins. Next is location and the theory of production. Location theory initially assumed a fixed proportion between inputs and outputs, but in the practice, many industries can adjust the use of inputs according to cost and demand. For example, in the steel industry, scrap and iron from blast furnace can be used as metal inputs, and the amount of scrap iron used can be increased when it is cheap. In addition, manufacturing processes often make allowance to respond to difference in the relative cost of input and output demand at different locations. The same principle applies to non-manufacturing activities and includes substitution between movable and non-movable inputs. For example, labor will be used more in cheaper locations and replaced by labor-saving equipment in more expensive locations. To explore the implication of input substitution, the location triangle in the figure is introduced. An example is a unit location decision with two transferable inputs, x1 at point S1 and x2 at point S2, and one transferable output with a market at point M. In this example, the cost of delivery at location I and G, which are the same distance from the market, is considered. The price to be paid for each input in the price at the source plus the transfer cost. For example, the price of input x1 at the location is P1 equal P1 plus R1 D1, where P1 is the initial price, R1 is the transfer rate per distance, and D1 is the distance from the source to the location. The location triangle model shows the optimal location selection consider input cost, transfer cost, and flexibility of input use for cost efficiency. The next material is scale economics and multiple market at source. Discussion of transfer orientation often assume that a unit serves only one market and one input source. However, when a seller's economic of scale result in output exceeding the demand of a single market, selling in multiple markets can increase profit. Access to multiple markets allow firms to capitalize on economy of scale by reducing per unit cost through mass production. In addition, accessing multiple input sources help to obtain raw materials at a lower cost, thus balancing transport costs with greater profits. This demonstrates the importance of an effective location strategy to achieve operational efficiency and economics of scale. The next material is some operational shortcut. First is median allocation approach. This method finds the geographical center of the market to be reached to minimize the total transportation cost. It involves establishing a position where half of the total market is north, half in south, half in east, and half in west. In practice, this median location can be found with the help of a map that records the sales volume of each market at the geographical point. By moving the ruler vertically and horizontally, the point where half of the sales volume lies in each direction can be determined. This median location can be considered as the optimal point that minimizes transportation costs when transportation routes use a grid system. The second is limited radius approach. This approach groups market within a certain radius, for example, within a one-night delivery radius. In this case, the company will focus only on the market within that radius. The company can compare several centers that may have the largest market volume within the radius. For example, the company can map the area within a 4,000-mile range of potential centers and then select the location that has the highest number of customers or sales volume within that range. Third is market access potential index. This method calculates the accessibility index by dividing the sales volume of each market by the distance from that market to the production site under consideration. This gives a higher value to closer market as the value is divided by the distance, which lowers the value or more distant market the index often use a power of 2 distance squared to further minimize the influence of more distant market. The general formula is P equal to M, or market size, divided by D, distance from the location to the market. The largest index result indicates the most optimal location based on access a particular market. Four is gravity models. The gravity model is based on the principle of Newton's law of gravitation, where the attraction between 2 points is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. In this context, the gravity model is used to estimate the potential accessibility to or attractiveness of a location to the market by calculating the market volume and subtracting that value proportional to the distance. For example, the sales potential of a location decreases when it is further away from a major market. Gravity models are also often used in regional planning studies to estimate interaction between regions such as in trade, labor supply, or access to public facilities. This model allows companies to estimate the best location with the most efficient access to several markets at once. That's all for our materials. Next is conclusion by Sophie.
Kesimpulannya adalah location selection analysis is based on transfer factors, the cost and distance to move inputs and outputs. This optimal location is determined by whether a unit needs more access to input source to output markers, referred to use input or output orientational, difference in weight, value, or product characteristics such as durability can direct location difference. In real life situation, this access factor is calculated using particular process such as the given formula, which considers the distance of market and input source.
Thank you so much for your attention.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.